Hello, all you beautiful souls. Jules here, and Gemini. She is always at my feet with her winter thick coat. Her winter coat is almost as bad as the squirrels. So this is our last week of 2025. The energy of the year beginning and ending is like flashing before my eyes. I can't believe how fast time goes now. And it's also been scientifically proven that time is speeding up. I don't have the information on me, but I know it is by like some millisecond or something. Let me see. So scientists are now using luminous quasar clocks to record time from way back in the day and now to see if it's speeding up. It's true. So this is our astrology forecast for December 29th to January 4th. This is predictive astrology. I will be doing a guided meditation for integration into the 2026 years. And we're also going to release all that baggage and gunk and junk that we don't want to hold on to for the next year. So we'll be doing that ritual, I believe, tomorrow night. So join me. And we are in a split week into the new year, a new start, a new beginning. It's a 1 year, people say 10-year. It's a year of endings and starting new beginnings. So it goes 1 through 9, not 1 through 10. But some people like to say it's 1 through 10. It's actually 1 through 9 years, but to each their own. You can do what you feel called to. And this is going to be the year of the fire horse. So it's almost like, I think about it like the racing horse. And New Year's bring hope. So new beginnings bring hope. When you have something to look forward to, it gives you something to live for. So that's something to be happy about, right? We start out the week with Mercury squaring Saturn, so you may all have had these big ideas and thoughts coming into your head at the beginning of the week. I know I have. Me and my mom actually did some really cool jewelry projects, and she helped me and gave me her input. So we put together like 5 bracelets and a necklace. So I'm really excited to share those with you. And we have the moon in Gemini on New Year's Eve. So Gemini is about variety. So think about accepting multiple invitations if you're going out for New Year's. Don't just get tied down to one. Gemini is the split face, the duality, the twins. So they're kind of inconsistent, and you can almost expect some surprise on your New Year's Eve. Now, I know if you're older, like myself, you're probably just sitting inside and watching the ball drop. But maybe go outside and watch the moon or the stars, or don't watch the ball drop. Watch something else. I don't care. Do what you guys enjoy, but try to look for that element of surprise. And we have, let's see, on January 1st, we have a Mercury and Neptune square. Saturn and Neptune are rounding out these long tours in Pisces. So Neptune then won't be back for another 150 years back into Pisces. And Saturn is gone for another 29 years. So it's like we're shifting out of an era. Saturn and Neptune will then meet at the 0 degrees Aries point next year. And that hasn't happened in over 6,000 years. So next year is a big thing when this happens. And I'll talk more about that as soon as it gets closer. And you may have seen, I don't know if you guys have seen anything in your news feeds about the 0 degrees Aries point that will be coming across. And you may want to think a little bit or take a little bit of a break from technology come New Year's Day. I don't know about you, but technology has got the best of me today. So I have a smart doorknob, and I came home and I couldn't get in my door, and I couldn't get in with the emergency key where you flip it. So if you can't get in, you can get in with your key. So I had to go get my ladder on the side of my shed, shimmy up my window. It was so scary because we're pretty far up there once you get to the last step. And then I jumped in my window and got in my house. But I even drove to the store to see if it was the batteries. No. So it would not open from the outside, even with the key. So now I'm waiting for a new smart doorknob. But yes, take a break from technology. If your computer, your cell phone, or something is irking you or might be a little glitchy, just take a break on New Year's. And then on January 2nd, we have Chiron, the wounded healer. It's been retro in Aries, and it's now going direct, finally. So what does this mean? This can help us with our emotions, particularly our anger, as Aries has that fire temper. And it'll bring forth these emotions, the intense ones, so that we can process them, so that we can let them be seen and go about processing anger in a more enjoyable way, if possible. So this week on January 3rd, we have the very first full moon of the year. It's going to be in Cancer. Cancer is about that home and family life, ancestors. It's about comfort. Although the downside with Cancers is that they can be overprotective and they really don't like to leave their house. They're homebodies. I grew up with my brother and dad were both Cancers, and my dad really loved staying at home. He didn't have really any friends. My brother, on the other hand, had a lot of friends and he liked going out, but now that he's older, he enjoys staying inside with his kids. So I like to call them, or Cancers, I call them one-of-a-kind outsiders. Is that kind of weird? But they kind of are, and I love Cancers. My dad was the most loving father I could ask for. And the full moon in Cancer is going to be opposite Venus and Mars, the two love planets, which are both in Capricorn. So what does that mean? This is love and connection with clear boundaries. Set those boundaries with your loved ones, family, your partner, your dogs, your cats. Tear up the old scripts because they just really aren't relevant anymore. Things that we used to do might not be things that we're doing now. Things change, and I know change is hard, but together we can accept it, we can embrace it, and we can embody it. So that is my time for tonight. Much love and light to all of you, and I'll see you all tomorrow for a special piece.